Hey everybody, my name is Roy and this is the Royal Electricity Empire. And on this channel, I like to show things in the field, the day in the life of an electrician, in real time, live techniques and ways to accomplish the job, which I don't think anybody out there is really doing. Everybody talks about codes and rules, but are they really showing you while they're working on the project how to do things? That's what I like to do. Smash that like button, subscribe to the channel, and ring the bell for notifications. Now, we're gonna jump into running a dedicated circuit. It's a very common service. Lots of people ask for this. You know, they get an appliance or they get something, they're doing something, maybe they're remodeling their kitchen, and they want a dedicated circuit for an appliance. So that's what this video is for. Check it out, let's go. Hey, I'm Roy with Royal Electricity Empire, and today I'm going to show you how we're going to run a dedicated circuit into this house. So we got the electrical panel right here, and I'm going to back up a little bit so I can just show you kind of the scene of what's going on. Alright, so here's the front of the house. Right side of the house we have a flush mount 100 amp electrical panel, and when they're flush mount like this, the only way to get into the panel is you have to use what's called an LB conduit body. It's an LB, and you stub it in, and then you can fish the wire into the panel, you know, just like what you see here. Like this gray wire is coming from this conduit and it comes in to the panel just like inside the wall. You know, you can see this one here, this one comes into the bottom of the panel right there. So we're gonna do the same thing. Our client wants one circuit ran into the bathroom and have a dedicated GFCI outlet. So the only way to really get across this door, and being that this is the garage wall, is we're gonna have to run some conduit, you know, for half the ways and then another half under the house. So I've already started. You know, this piece of conduit here is gonna go up, is gonna run up high, and we're gonna basically run it up there just like this, and then that gives us our path. I'm gonna finish this. I'm gonna show you how I do that. Go up over the door and then bend the conduit down. Then we use another LB here, and then drill about a 1-inch hole for a 1/2 inch LB, and that fits right in there real nice. That fits real perfect, and then we seal it up with silicone at the end. But then, you know, we send the wire under the house, and then we're gonna pull it up into the bathroom. I'll show you how I pull this up into the bathroom as well, and then we'll finish this conduit. All right, so when you're installing EMT, electrical metallic conduit, outside on the exterior of the house, you're going to have to use weather tight connectors, which is here, and some of them have this blue, you know, this blue chrome to let you know, and they have that rubber seal on there. They're compression type. Here's the coupling, 1/2 inch rain tight coupling, and you know, you just tighten these to the right, and then they compress. They have little compression fittings inside that keep the rain out of the conduit. So that's what we're going to use here. We're just going to use some 1-hole straps. It's not a heavy conduit. EMT 1/2 inch is pretty light with one circuit in it, so one 1-hole straps will do. And I like to use these screws here because they, you know, they fit into these straps real well, and I don't have to worry about them slipping out. See that? So that works really well, and they look nice. They don't rust. Keep it all nice and chrome. Okay. I'm gonna strap this up here. I'm gonna have my partner hold that. I'm just gonna I'm gonna strap this piece up and then we can measure and make the next piece fit. So what am I forgetting? Put that in there. At my level. Let me grab that. Alright, now every job's not that, it doesn't have to be a big, fancy, pretty job. A lot of our jobs are little service calls. They're not, just a small project. And that's okay. That's okay. So it's not a glamorous day, but pays the bill. All right, we want to make sure this is level first, and I'm gonna go straps facing downward. There. Okay, that's level. I trust that. And then we want to get this top right here level. Right, just like that. Excellent. Throw another strap on there. Perfect. All right, now time to measure the next piece. What do you think we got here? I think this piece is gonna have. I think it's gonna have another bend in it. We'll see though. Come down here, so we are roughly I love that. Okay. 9 foot. Wow, that's pretty close. So about 9.5 feet. About 9.5 feet, and a bend on a 1/2 inch is 5 inches. So this might come out just about perfect once I bend it. I'm gonna find a flat, a level surface. Now it's obviously not level going this way, but it is going to be level this way, driveway. All right. This here. About 90. check it with the level. This is level. Oh, look at that, it's not even. It's a little out of whack. Honestly. I'm gonna go back a little bit, dial it back a little bit. Oh, perfect. Yeah. Alright. You know what? Scrap that one. Scrap that one. Try again. Driveway's not even level, so it's giving me a little hard time anyway. So a little bit more. There we go. All right. Pretty good? Pretty good. Put that right there in the coupling. I would say not quite long enough. So that's okay. I just shift over here and I'll just cut this piece. I'll use it right there. And then we'll use a straight piece right there. We can piece it together however we want. So that's the good part. And it's custom made. Always. So all we need to do really is check this measurement from the roof line. 2 inches. 2 inches to the top of the pipe. Sawzall. Got you. Not a lot of room to work with over here. We'll manage. Alright, 95 and a quarter minus 2 inches. Right here. 95 and a quarter minus 2 inches, 93 and a quarter. And then got a reamer, gotta make sure it's nice and smooth. Both ends. piece should be good. Take a connector. Connector in here. Tighten that down. Tighten that down. Alright, go out there. Looking real nice. Alright, can you hold this for me, please, sir? Just for a second, I'm gonna strap that. Just put a loose strap on there. Alright. Hold it up for a little bit. And we're just looking for a measurement. Just a measurement from end to end. Alright. Yeah, right there is perfect. Right there is perfect. There. All right, 110. 110 is the business. Okay. I'm gonna grab that 110-inch piece and throw that in there. We're done. What do you mean? We take the piece that I messed up and see if we can salvage it, maybe? I don't know. Tight space. Okay, yeah. Got it. 110. Right there. Smooth. All right. Throw one of these bad boys on there. Okay. Yeah, now we just connect it and we'll be done putting this conduit together. Here. Look at that, very nice. Label on the inside. I'm gonna tighten these by hand right now just to keep them taut, and then I'm gonna use some channel locks to tighten those in a bit. Garbage cans, yeah, this is nice. Use as a nice tables right now. They're working out. Working out. Alright, top there. Alright, throw that level back on there. Here we are. On there. Tighten that down. Side level. Yeah. Alright, so we want straps to be at least 2 straps for every 10-foot stick of conduit. That's minimum. If it's a heavier conduit, you know, if it's heavier, then I would put more. I would put more than 2 per stick if it's heavier. Like a 1 inch or 1.25 inches, 2 inch. Good. I just want to hide the sticker. I usually cut the stickers off. Sometimes I'll just hide them. Also, I mean, it really does help to wear tool belts a lot of the time, but there's not a lot of space back here. I don't want to bang up, scrape up against the house, scrape the paint with big tool bags on. So I just decided not to go that route today. Oh, there it goes. Bring it extra. Here. Yeah, it looks good. It's great. Okay. So now that we have the conduit installed, we have the wire ran under the house, the GFI is installed. We just got to get this wire through the conduit and into the panel and connect it. I'll show you that right now. So this is a fish steel. Basically, this is a steel. This is a steel tape that we put through the conduit, and then we're going to connect the wire and pull it through. Alright, there it is. There it is. But we need to know how much wire. We're gonna hand measure it, and then we're gonna cut it off of this roll. So there's that much, and then two. If there's a little extra, that's totally fine. It's better to have extra than not enough. I'm a little caught up, so leave this part right here by the door. Here. There. And some for the panel. And some for later. Okay, extra is good. Extra is good. Don't be afraid. Alright. And the reason I use Romex for an installation like this specifically, and not stranded wire in the conduit, is for one, because the Romex is going under the house, so it's nice to just keep it all one line, continuous. I could have put a junction box right here instead of an LB and transferred into stranded wire, but again, you know, and there's no sheathing inside the wall here, so this is really the most simple way to do it, and following all the codes and all the regulations. So you know, one side is under the house in a crawl space in a wall, that's Romex. The other half, we just strip this jacket off and pull it through the conduit and put it right here into the panel. So now that I have the right amount of wire here to pull through, I'm going to take this yellow jacket off. That. See, right where am I at? Oh, I'm right here. Put wire right there. Yeah, thank you. here. I just, I just put my hand against there, and I'm just putting a small cut down the center of the jacket. I'm not applying very much pressure, just enough to score it so that it will just pop off when I pull it off, right? So once I've done that, this will just pretty much, see, this will just come right off. No problem. That will all just come right off. Like that. In the end here. So now what I want to do, so I'm just going to connect the wire. We're going to pull it while I'm pulling the jacket off at the same time. Real simple. We just need some tape. You got any tape in your pocket? Tape in your pocket now. Tape. There we go. It's alright. I got the tape. There we go. Some electrician's tape. Go. Alright, come on over here. Let me show them how we do this. So I like to take a bit of ground. I mean, it doesn't have to be the ground. It could be any wire. It doesn't matter. Just make sure that it doesn't come off. So I'm going to do this first, and then just like that. That's going to work really well. Really well. I want to put some pressure, pull on the tape, put some pressure on it so that it, it's tight. All right. So just gonna pull this stuff off, and now my coworker Simi here, he's gonna start pulling on the other end, and I'm just gonna set this phone up so you can see what's going on. See what it is. All right, how are we gonna do this? All right, there we go. Okay, I got this. You want to just start pulling? I got this for. I'll just take it off while you're doing that. Yeah, that's cool. All right, I'm ready. You want to just... Yep, and we're just gonna keep going all the way till this disappears right here. Good, done. Okay. So we have, you can see the sheathing just poking out, just peeking. The rest is under the house. That's good. Inside the conduit here there's no sheathing. That's really how it should be. It's okay to put this NM wire in there. And then we just shut this. There we go. Okay. On this side, it's okay. Yeah, go ahead, cut it. It's all right to have plenty of extra wires. Nothing wrong with that. Cut it there. It's good. So with this area, I'm gonna have to take that strap off, pull this from the wall so I can really get that in the panel. It's gonna be a little tricky, but we'll get it. So this part, I need to feed this into the panel. So I'm just gonna tape up the end here, keep these wires together, and then want to curl it kind of like that so I can get that through. So I pulled the strap off the wall just to bring this away, and it's gonna be a little tricky, but that's okay. I'll get it. Turn it. You can almost see it in there. It's like there it is. And I also added this little piece of sheathing. I added that piece on so that it's, there's some sheathing inside the wall here. And you just want to be real careful because you don't want this bare copper wire to touch these bus bars because it will evaporate. It will explode in your face. So be very careful of that. Don't let it touch anything. And there it is. So just like that. Perfect. We got sheathing inside the wall there. That's absolutely perfect. Okay. So make that safely out of the way. Now I'm going to show you how this is how let's see here. This is how a messy electrician would put wires into a panel. It looks terrible. I mean, you can see the whites and the grounds, they're all braided together. It's gonna be very difficult to get my wires connected to that little bus bar in the back with the white and the bare copper, just because of the previous electricians. So we don't do that, of course, because we want to make things easy and respectful for the next guy who comes through to hook something up. So we're going to deal with this. I'm going to deal with this real carefully. I have to take some stuff out in order to get these wires routed, you know, back down in there. But here's the breaker that we've added to this panel here to support our dedicated circuits. 20 amps, of course. We got 12 gauge wire, 12 to Romex. It's 20 amp rated wire, 20 amp breaker to protect the wire. And we're gonna hook this up, put these caps on, put some silicone in here, fire it up, and call it a day on this one. So here you go. I'm just gonna go for it. I'm just gonna go for it here. I really don't want to disconnect anything, so I'm gonna push these wires a little out of the way here. Got some solar monitoring clamps, which are really in the way here. How? So I always say, you know, once a guy puts in a sloppy set of wires, the first or the second set, if they're sloppy and they're unorganized, then everything else is going to follow. The whole panel turns out looking like trash. So like this is terrible, you know, and I don't really have the choice but to just lay the wires in there in the same fashion. The only way to get this right is take all the wires off and organize them and put them all back in the terminals the right way. And I'm not going to do that unless, you know, that's in the scope of work, because it's time consuming. But it just really sucks when people do this, because everything after it is going to be just as messy. It's no fun. So I need to figure out what terminal in here I'm gonna use. This is crazy. All right, I know what I'm gonna do. Try and tuck this one back. Let me know if I'm in the way. I'll kind of move a little bit if I'm in the way. I'm gonna try to hit that terminal right there. So such a pain, such a pain. All right. So it is okay to double up wires on a terminal if they're the same size. That's all right. You can put 2 on one terminal, but no more than that. There's just no. Ah, there it is. There it is. What? Shame. That's a shame. If I did a whole panel from the very beginning, you would never have to deal with this from me. I'll tell you that right now. I'll tell you that right now. All right, we're gonna try and get into that terminal down there. lame. But gotta do it. There. Okay. Come on. Come on. There we go. Okay. Whew. That is frustrating to have to deal with somebody else's shoddy work. Ow. I just got electrocuted. Yes. Love it. Alright. There we go. Got my finger. I definitely touched the bus bar a little slightly with my glove. Good thing I got gloves on. And we really, a lot of times we can't just shut everything off to work on it. So you're gonna have to suck it up and work on stuff live a lot of times. And it is what it is. Push this mess back in here, and no homeowner wants to pay an electrician to take their whole entire panel apart and put it back together. Nobody wants to pay for that, so it's just like, come on, man. If you're gonna do work for people, like, don't make a big mess like this in their panel. It's just disrespectful. All right, I can't. It's like they want us to just come get the stuff hooked up and be on with their day, be on with their lives, and I'll let them know. But it is still functional, and a lot of guys would say, a lot of companies would say, oh well, it's within code, it's within specs, it passes, but. They know it looks like crap. They know it's pain to deal with, and it should be done in a more organized fashion. So, I mean, it's true though. It's still functional, and it still technically would pass an inspection, which there's a gray area. Breaker on there. Breaker in there. Boom. There we go. Alright. Then we're going to turn it on. And we're going to go test the outlet. Make sure everything's working. Of course it is. We're going to check anyway. I need the meter. Let's go. So from the breaker, through the conduit, under the house, into the box.
Break.
Go. Yeah, put the lights on now. So we're gonna hit that reset button and test it. So that says that's a good reading. And we're gonna press the test button so that we know that the GFCI is working properly. And then we check the voltage here. 122. So that's what we want to see right there. So that's good to go. We're just gonna vacuum, seal everything up. Okay. All right, so what we're doing right now is just got a drop cloth to kind of protect the flooring from our tools and things like that. We've asked for an outlet in the bathroom here, dedicated circuit. So what I've done is I've used a remodel single gang box, and then we trace it. Once we pull the wire in, then we'll install this box and we'll install the outlet. And what you see here is this is a fish stick, and we're gonna fish the wire from under the house. And I put this outlet in pretty low so that I could use a drill bit. This is just a paddle bit, 16-inch long paddle bit, and it's 3/4. And then I just drilled a hole down through the foundation, through the bottom plate of the wall to under the house. And then we put this fish stick down through the hole, and I have my partner here is underneath the house, bringing the wire to the stick. He's gonna tape the wire to the stick, and then I'm gonna pull it up. All right, looks like he's got the stick. I can hear him down there taping the wire on. And right when he's ready, I'll just pull it up, and then we'll install the box. And I'll show you the rest of the run all the way back to the panel. All right, and I think he's ready. So we're gonna pull. We're ready to go. We're gonna pull, come on. Here we go. And come on. Don't be like that. Come on. There it is. Good. All right, now we got our wire up through the floor. So that's perfect. That's perfect. Let me just cut that off. All right. And next, I gotta put this box in. I'm gonna set the camera up. I don't know. How am I gonna do that? Anyway, I'll show you in a sec when I put the box in. All right, there we go. So we got a box with some wire. And that's going back to the panel. All right, got myself a little GFCI outlet with a cover plate. We'll install that. And that's it, we're done. Done on the interior. All right, we're gonna do this in a tight space. Need to take off the sheathing. And the paper, take off the paper. Don't want to strip this wire off. Super fun when it's behind a toilet, let me tell you. But hey, job is a job, it's all good. All right. And at least it's a clean toilet. Connect the ground. That chip sucks. All right. Yeah, we're gonna tighten that. Make sure it's nice and tight. Then we got this side, so we want to pick the line side. Line side, black to brass. Black to brass. Line side. And tighten that. And tighten that one down. Just pop that in. All right, other side. white to silver. Alright, so that GFI is connected. We just need to fold these wires in here. And go. Still need to tighten the box up. There we go. Let me get the top screw. Alright, that's in there. And go ahead and put the cover plate on right there. Alright, maybe check if it's level. Can't really tell. Nope. It's really not. It's really not level. Well, that sucks. So it's alright. Just take this back off. It needs to be level. I mean, come on. Electricians need to use a level for just about everything. Alright, what's going on here? Watch out. Watch out. Alright, how are we doing? I think this will be level. What do you think? Can we level? No. Man, that's pain. This is not in the most ideal spot, let me tell you. Alright, there we go. Now we're level. Need a little touch-up paint there. He ended up hitting a stud right here and couldn't tell. I mean, it seemed like it was here, but sometimes, man, it's hard to tell where the stud is. Sometimes maybe you're moving too fast or whatever, but go to try to cut a box in thinking this is the right spot, and then there's a stud right there, and you go, dang, now I gotta move it over. I got these cut lines that I started and a pencil mark here, and it's like, now it needs touch-up paint. So try to do this without needing any touch-up, but there it is right there. And then when the breaker turns on, this is the reset button. We're gonna press that reset button there to turn that outlet on. All right, so I know you enjoyed that. I saw a couple of things that I would critique on myself. It was very interesting. We needed to get in there and get this job done quickly and efficiently. Stuff like that, crawling in a crawl space or in an attic, it's much easier, and it makes a lot more sense to have a second person. You're working with your teammate, pulling wire. Doing it by yourself it can be done. It just takes a bit longer. You have to go back and forth, and it's kind of a pain. So a couple things that I noticed. Obviously, I'm sure you saw that I got shocked a little bit in that electrical panel. The back of my hand touched the bus bars. I was moving a little fast. It's a dangerous job, and sometimes you just can't turn. I very well could have pulled the meter out of the panel and shut it down, but then you have maybe your client's on the computer. He don't want the whole house shut off. So it's just kind of something that we run into in the field, and you got to be careful, but I'm okay. I'm pretty used to that. As long as it's not like 240 volts, 120 volts is not very bad. It'll just surprise you. Now, I was wearing gloves. I always wear gloves. It really will save you from getting shocked worse. Sometimes you get shocked through the gloves a little bit, but it's not that bad. The other thing I noticed was kind of a mess, right? Kind of had tools and material sprawled out all over the place there on the side yard, and it's not ideal. I recommend to probably take a little more time to set up an area and be more organized, because nobody really wants to come into their house and see their electrician like sprawled out all over the place, and tools and material on the countertops and stuff like that. So definitely I could have moved the trash cans and picked an area and planned that out better. And that's definitely an area that can improve. Now, as far as everything else, man, it went really smooth. Everything went according to plan, and it turned out clean. It turned out great. So thank you so much for watching. I want you to smash that like button. I want you to subscribe to the channel and ring the bell, so the next time I put out a video, you will know about it. And you can learn this stuff. You can do this yourself at home. It's not that hard, if you plan it out correctly. If you plan it out and do some research, you can actually do electrical on your own. Or you can call us. And we'll do it for you. Happy to. All right, everybody. Have a beautiful day, and don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe to the Royal Electricity Empire.